Eric Adams-appointed losers want to raise your rent. Last Wednesday, the Rent Guidelines Board approved a plan to increase rent for rent-regulated units. Now, you might be like, hold up, my grandma on the Upper West Side just won't die, so I live in a market rate apartment. How does this impact me? And to understand that, you need to know who these guys are. Think Conclave, but with more housing crisis. There are 9 board members, and they aim to balance tenant and landlord interests. And I know what you're thinking. Landlord interests? I didn't know landlords had other interests beyond maximizing profit. And that's not fair. Landlords also enjoy painting. While Adams himself can't directly raise the rent, he did handpick each of these dweebs. And make no mistake, Adams is a landlord stan. In fact, since Adams took office, the board has not only voted to increase the rent every year, but also, that rate gets bigger and bigger. This year, they're proposing increases of almost 5 and 8%. What's plain evil is the board knows we're on the SBS, Struggle Bus Service. In their own annual book report, they found that New Yorkers face lower wages and higher unemployment. Worst of all, AI being shoved down our throats. During this time, landlords of rent-stabilized housing saw their annual net income grow 12%. Meanwhile, you're fighting for your life in the PowerPoint slide for a 4% raise. 12%? We're in the wrong industry, because it's not like landlords are even good at their jobs. Even when rent goes up, most tenants never see improvements in their buildings. Despite the board's vote, landlords say that even the proposed increase isn't enough to cover their costs. And in response, several mayoral candidates are calling for a rent freeze or a 0% increase. Even candidates who didn't initially support one are now calling for it. Shout out to Lander for finally reviewing the data. On the other hand, Cuomo called a rent freeze politically convenient posturing, which I'm sure is easy to do from a $2.3 million donation from the real estate industry. A rent freeze won't fix everything, but it's a start, and a commitment to one shows us if the candidates are going to fight for tenants or do the New York equivalent of holding up tiny signs. If you think the rent is too damn high, check out the New York State Tenant Block and join them on May 15th for a housing justice rally with mayoral candidates and commit to vote for 5 candidates who care about affordable housing. Hint, it's not these guys.